to The Road Reflected with Nicole Wakeland. Automotive from the lighter side. That means cars, but also cookies, coffee, and pie. Up first, what's Nicole behind the wheel of this week?
Okay, I finally have a new car after having the same one for 3 weeks over the holidays.
It's 2024, mid-month.
Yes. So what I had this week, I went from hybrid sedan to two-row SUV. I had the Hyundai Tucson.
Ooh, the Tucson.
The Tucson, which, you know what? I every time I have to spell it out, because it's spelled Tucson, in my head I have to call it the Tucson.
Tucson.
Or I want to mess the S and the C up.
Yes.
The number of times, I don't know why this is a word that I can't spell, but it's on the list of words Nicole will never spell right the first try.
I feel like if you got Hyundai like Sunday, you should be good on the Tucson.
Hyundai like Sunday's easy. I've literally never had a problem spelling Hyundai, which I guess is technically trickier, but Tucson, I'm like,
Because there's this extra Y in Hyundai. Because Hyundai like Sunday, there would be no Y in front of the U.
Okay, it's not about spelling with that saying. It's about pronunciation. So no one's going Hyundai or something
I don't
weird.
do my phonics.
Okay, no, you do not do phonics. So the Tucson comes in a gas hybrid or plug-in hybrid. We just had the good old gas one.
Yes.
So nothing fancy pants in terms of the powertrain. It comes with a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, good for 187 horsepower, 178 pound-feet of yieldy torques.
How's it feel for power on the road?
It's fine. You know, it's not especially powerful. This is in no way a performance or a sporty SUV. It's not intended to be. So you're not going to get that kind of power from it.
It's a job getter doner.
Yes, a job getter doner. That's how it's spelled in the the media kit. Job getter doner. The Hyundai
job getter doner edition.
But it has plenty of power to get. You know, it gets up to speed easily. You don't feel like it's lagging as you're getting onto the highway and accelerating really hard. You have no problem merging into traffic if you need a little extra speed because you're passing some kind of slow poke. Not a problem to do any of that. So it's really nice. It's a nice car to drive. It also handles really well. You know, this isn't, again, it's not a sporty car, but it is something that handles nicely. It doesn't feel unwieldy or heavy. I mean, I liked it. I enjoyed driving this, and I drove it
fun to ride it.
Quite a bit. We took it a couple of times back and forth into Boston. Yeah. Took it out in the snow a little bit because we've had nothing but snow for the last 2 weeks.
Winter's here in New England.
Yeah, which your barber said to you, the weather's going to change. And I said,
he was right.
Yeah, so now
Never doubt your barber.
Our local barber apparently is going to be more accurate
than our polar vortex. It's unwinding. It's all going to come down here.
Yeah.
He's also an ice fisherman and a hunter. Those guys know their stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they know what's up.
So he's our weather expert. So the next time they're saying a blizzard, you're going to ring up your barber and be like, so how ready do I need to get?
Yeah, he's like the guy, like the third bunion on my left toe is vibrating, so we're going to have more.
Ew,
winter.
That's just a gross thought.
I don't know how that works. So just saying it works apparently in many people.
All right. Well, what also works is the Hyundai Tucson. So we've got, I was in the top trim of this, which is the Limited with all-wheel drive. It is available also with front-wheel drive. I don't know why you do that in SUV. I guess if you live in Florida or something.
Or it's affordable.
It's more affordable, but also it's like, I mean, all-wheel drive is not just a snowy weather or mud or muck.
No, I get it.
Even if it's rainy, it helps you, maintain traction and all that good
Avoid
stuff.
The slippage.
Maintain control when things go wrong. So the top Limited with all-wheel drive starting price $38,000-ish.
Yeah.
So it's not super cheap, but that's still pretty affordable because you're getting a really fully featured vehicle for that price. If you don't have that budget, the base trim of this is $27,500. So that's a little over $10,000, almost $11,000, I think, that the actual difference is. So you have a pretty good spread of pricing. So if you need to go a little bit more affordable, you don't need all-wheel drive, that saves you a little bit. If you don't want all the bells and whistles, you save a little bit. But no matter what, the thing that Hyundai does really well, is that they put a lot of features in for the price. Yeah. So you know, a base trim feels like a base trim versus the top trim, but it doesn't make you think that it's a torture chamber.
It's a bang for your buck getter doner.
Okay.
It's okay, Hyundai. You can reach out and use that in marketing anytime you like.
Hyundai has your permission.
Getter doner. There you go.
No, we're not calling it that. Okay. So it also has drive modes, something I wanted to mention. So in the snow, I tried the snow mode and I didn't notice much of a difference. But here's the thing. You think that's bad, but that's actually good, right? Because I'm not feeling like the car is driving any differently. It feels like it's still
if you're like having trouble starting.
Right.
Like slipping a little bit and you put it in.
And I wasn't. I didn't have any trouble. So I was, so that it did what it was supposed to do in snow mode. But like I said, what I really love about Hyundai and specifically the Tucson lived up to this was the number of features. Now, it's $38,000, this particular trim. You have things like heated and ventilated front seats. There's a heated steering wheel. There's heated rear seats, like the outboard seats. There's two on the sides.
That's nice.
Which is really nice, right?
Yeah.
Heated rear seats.
Especially not in luxury cars you get them, but.
Right. This is not a luxury vehicle. Right. There's a Bose premium audio system. You get a panoramic sunroof.
Ooh, I like that.
There's a 10.25-inch digital instrument cluster.
Okay.
10.25-inch infotainment screen.
Okay.
And leather trim seats.
Which you got to like that too.
So this is all great. Now, I do have one complaint about the seats.
Uh-oh.
Now, they're very, very comfortable. I really enjoyed it. It's a comfy car. I enjoy driving it. Wasn't tired, wasn't stiff, whatever. But the color, and I didn't have a Monroney on this one, so I don't know the exact color. But it wasn't pure white, but it was like a light white, almost like a winter white. My mom would have called it back in the day.
More like a bright white.
Like, yeah, remember, it was kind of a brighter white. And that white, and it doesn't matter what the car is, whether you're in a $100,000 car or you're in a $10,000 car, it does get dirty. But what it really gets is everyone wears blue jeans, and the denim dye from your jeans ends up on the seat. You can tell it's not dirt. It actually makes it look blue, and you can clean it and scrub it, but it does stain your seats, and it doesn't make it look terrible, horrible, but you see it. And once you see it, it's one of those things that annoys you all the time. And it's not a Hyundai thing. I don't want it to sound like I'm pointing a finger at Hyundai. It's a light interiors. Not as bad if they're sort of that light tan interiors, but when they're whites or light grays, man, do your jeans make a mess of the seats.
It's the denim dilemma for white seats.
Okay, that I'll let you do. The denim dilemma for white seats.
Denim dilemma. I'm going to keep working these until I get a couple of good ones.
Okay, well, don't quit your day job. I don't know that marketing and slogans is going to be your thing, but have at it.
Come on.
So that was my one complaint about this vehicle, is that I really don't like that, but that was really just these particular seats in this particular one. It also has really good cargo capacity.
Okay.
It's 41.2 cubic feet behind the rear seats.
That seems like a lot.
80.3 behind the front seats, if you fold everything down.
So if you flip them down, you're at 80 feet of
80.3 cubic feet. Cubes, yes. So it has plenty of room for holding the family stuff when you travel.
It does seem like a lot of cubes.
Yeah, so overall, it's comfy, it's roomy, it's a nice quiet ride, it's easy to take the family, plenty of room for cargo, and nice and smooth. Hey everyone, if you like what you're hearing, then go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, either on YouTube or your favorite podcatcher.
Yeah, and leave us positive reviews on iTunes.
So we went on an adventure this last weekend.
We did.
And we went up into the White Mountains, which we do a lot, but not normally in the winter. To go up in the winter is a little bit different because
we're not big skiers.
No.
So we're more campers and hikers.
And there is skiing in New Hampshire. And as a not skier, I'm told it's not remotely as good as if you're skiing in Colorado.
It's nice because it's local if you live out here, but it's not like the place to go.
It's not the cool, a lot
of people do ski, but we don't have like exceptional skiing. We have okay skiing.
We have okay skiing. Yeah. And I'm told by people it just has to do with the snow and how
also
cold
our mountains aren't
is
super big.
No. But I think it's the quality of the snow from what all my skiing friends say. It's a different, the snow isn't poofy and powdery like it is out in the west. Poofy snow.
We need more
poofy snow, I guess. So, but we do have mountains up there and people do go skiing. We did not go up to go skiing or snowmobiling or hiking.
We went up to enjoy the view.
Yes.
A nice warm fire.
Yes.
And
just relax
hot chocolate.
For a weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Just it was our anniversary. Thought we'd have a nice relaxing weekend.
Yeah. So the funny thing was we planned this and then Mother Nature's like, hey, would you like to see what it's like when you get a foot of snow?
How about a foot of snow and howling wind all day?
Yes. Yeah. So it sounds like it was horrible, but it was really cool because it was really, really cool. So the snow started kind of late. So we went to bed and you couldn't see, we had a beautiful view, but the mountains looked very short because they were very cloudy. And you woke up in the morning and wind, and you could feel it coming through the seams in the window and the little door.
It was a nice hotel. It was modern. Everything was brand new, but it was so gusty.
And you could hear the wind hit the building, thunk when it hit the building, right? I didn't realize till the following day when the snow was completely done that Mount Washington was literally right out of
We're literally
window.
at the foot of Mount Washington, the highest mountain on the East Coast, and you couldn't see it until the third day because there's so much clouds and fog and snow.
Right? Because we were right next to the Mount Washington Auto Road, which you can drive up when, not this time of year, it closes during the winter. Although you can take these things, they look like 10-passenger van type deals that have tank
cool
treads
tracks,
from tracks. They made me think of tank treads.
Yeah.
But you can take one of those and they'll drive you up. I don't even know how far they drive you up.
Well, they take you up to the top. The problem is there was no visibility the weekend we were there.
Right.
So all you would have seen was just fog.
Well, and that was the thing. Even when we could see that Mount Washington was there the day that we left, there's the way that the mountains and the temperatures and the blah, blah, blah. Mount Washington has its own weather.
Yes.
Like the weather at the base of the mountain is not always the weather at the top. It literally will have its own little weather system twirling around up there.
I would not want to go up there because it was windy at the base of Mount Washington. I don't know if everybody knows this, but the highest recorded wind speed on planet Earth has been recorded at the top of Mount Washington.
Yes, in Little New Hampshire.
It is like literally you go up there on a windy day like that and you can't stand up. Like
if you Google, they've done these videos of the people because there's a weather station, the Mount Washington Observatory, and guys are up there because...
And there's a little snack bar and things to do up there.
Right, that you would not...
Not on a day like that.
Yeah, not like we were there. But they'll show pictures of the guys walking outside and the wind is crazy. Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. So we couldn't even, when we left, we couldn't see, you could see that, there it is. But still the top, the very tippy top was still covered with clouds. I don't want to say haze. I feel like it was clouds that were still up there. So I don't know. It may have been still getting snow. They even had a camera at our hotel by the front desk. They had a little TV that showed a camera view and it was just... I'm sure it looks like something during the summer months. During the winter months, it looked like a movie set where they had just made ice.
Cloud and like 6 inches of ice.
On something. Yeah, I don't know what it was on because it was covered with 6 inches of ice. You just saw ice-crusted stuff. So it was kind of crazy. So we were up there, had a really nice time. And our hotel was really cute because we were talking about the weather, not that we were nervous, but we're going to get some weather. And the woman said, don't worry. We're the only hotel up here with a generator. And I thought to myself, the only one?
I feel like all of them have them up here, don't they?
I don't know. I'm thinking there's a lot of...
In any case, we were all set.
So we were all set, but good luck to anybody else. And they did. We didn't lose power, but a lot of people in the area did because we saw... I feel like you can gauge the severity of a winter storm by the number of power trucks that you see that you've never seen in your life before.
Fleets from out of state.
It's not your flight. Like here, the big thing.
Or Canada in our case.
Right. If we get Quebec Power shows up, you're like, oh, Lord, things have gone sideways.
Right.
So there were all sorts of power trucks that I'd never seen before. They had like the posts for putting up new utility poles. So some of the poles had been snapping. And I thought, it looks like there's a lot of trucks. I feel like there was a lot of issues, but it seems fine where we are. But then when we went to breakfast, the one people in line, they're talking like, oh, how you doing? Oh, I lost power for 5 hours. Oh, I lost power I still don't power. It's been a day and a half. That's why we're here. Got tired of trying to... I'm like, oh my gosh. They were super chill though.
Everybody's at the hotel restaurant getting their breakfast.
Yeah, because
no power.
It's way up in the White Mountains and people, you don't live there unless you expect that when the storms come through.
And most folks can handle it. It's just like a little annoying.
Yeah, a lot of people have wood stoves and stuff. Right. So that was kind of fun. That was kind of crazy to see. The craziest thing was though, the weather started in the evening and it was in the morning. It was still going. It went to about noon. Yeah. These people were out there cross-country skiing in this.
Oh, yeah, like crack of dawn, winds howling, they're out there in
like I see a little orange hat in the distance, and I thought, that's a cross-country skier. So I get that, because the storm, I mean, it's probably really good snow right then, right? And you're hardy and you're going to the White Mountains to ski. This is probably really cool. Yeah. And it's daylight.
Right.
You can see them with their orange day glow hats.
They're not too far from the hotel, so they can probably
it looks like there was some kind of trail that went sort of close to our hotel.
Kind of around the hotel,
yeah, kind of around the hotel. However, we went out and we went adventuring. And when we went adventuring, like you do, we got back and it was dark. That's fine because we're in a car. Right. We're in a vehicle.
An all-terrain vehicle.
And gas and headlights.
Yes.
And we can easily be seen and are fine on the highway. Right. We saw people walking back. There's like parking areas at the various like trailheads where you can park and then go hike. Walking back, it was in the dark. They were wearing navy blue jackets and it was in the dark and they're walking along the side of the road. And when it is dark, when I say it's dark up in the White Mountains at night, when there's no stars because it's cloudy and overcast,
it's dark. It's black.
It is pitch black. And I saw these people and I thought, okay, I don't know what the protocol is. I know my mom said, never leave without telling someone where you're going when you take a hike, since right? But it's nighttime. You're wearing dark colors. It is literally in the single digits with raging wind. You're in the mountains. And it's not. I feel like this is not what anyone recommends.
The only way we spotted them was they had some reflective tape on their backpacks.
It was like a tiny little bit of reflection.
I saw that, but they weren't even in bright clothes.
No,
like they weren't even like bright ski jackets.
Navy
like people
and dark green coats. And all I could think was I was watching, because this is a show that I just love to watch, and people are always getting stuck on Mount Washington during the summer.
People die on Mount Washington.
I was like, this is how you become an episode of Northwoods Law.
Exactly. You're the
don't wanna
ones
be
they're
an
up there looking
episode.
for in the middle of winter.
I don't want the nice gentleman from Northwoods Law going, I got to go get this idiot who went out hiking in the middle of a blizzard in dark clothes at
get
night.
back by nightfall, people.
I don't
Come
get
on.
it. I don't know what the rule is for that, but
I
this
don't either.
seemed
I mean, even if you're super
unwise.
experienced, that feels risky to me.
This seemed very unwise to me. And
I mean, they looked like they were in good shape, and they were almost back to their car.
They were
So I'll
almost
give them
back to their car. So
Maybe they just lost track of time,
those
and the
people
sun went
made
down
it,
fast.
but I just every fiber of my being was looking at them, going, "Don't do that.
Well, it's
don't
probably
do that."
because it wasn't that late. It was like 5 or 6.
Right, but it gets dark very
as
early.
soon as the sun gets below the edge of the mountains,
Yeah.
it all of a sudden goes
It was
really black,
pitch
especially
black.
when there's clouds like that.
So
Yeah.
I
It was
thought
dark.
that these people were a little crazy. No, thank you. I'm not doing
They were
that.
not being as cautious. They
But
should.
we did venture out and explored the area and had some
Yeah.
lunch at a nice place. We went to a cool dinner at one place. This place called Nona's Kitchen.
known as
in
Italian,
Gorham.
man. Middle of nowhere, New Hampshire, great Italian food.
And it's the funniest
Someone's
thing.
literal Italian grandmother opened up a shop, and it is as good as it gets. Like Italy just landed
And it's
in Northern
playing all
Hampshire.
this stereotypically Italian music. You
yeah.
walked in and the theme from The Godfather
I'm pretty
was
sure the
playing.
Godfather theme was playing.
So yeah, that's a little bit
Which
cheesy.
sounds like cheesy
but-
and not genuine, but it was the food. Oh man,
Really
these,
good
These folks
food.
knew their Italian. cooking.
Yeah, so it was.
And
so
their
we
wine,
had,
good wine recommendation.
Yeah, so I got some lovely wine. So we had a delicious dinner, and we wandered about, and we explored, and we had a really nice time in the blizzardy White Mountains of New Hampshire this weekend. Hey, wait, did we just drive by a bakery? Okay, so here's the thing. We went to multiple bakeries, but we made an error.
Yes.
Because really good bakeries, especially during a snowstorm, when half the people don't have power, sell out of stuff. So even on a good day, bakeries sell out because a lot of bakeries close at 2,
Right.
3. They're not generally evening establishments.
No.
They're open at the crack of dawn. You get your coffee and your bread and your bagel or whatever, and then they're closed and sold out because they don't want to have stuff for tomorrow. Nobody wants day old stuff unless it says day old, and it's like on a half price table off to the side if you choose to peruse day old products.
Yes.
So we went to one place that looked really cute, and they almost had nothing left.
Well, to be fair, this one was just like our bumper says, which was, hey, did we just drive by a bakery? Like we're driving, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, bakery. We pulled over. But like you said, it was like 2-ish.
It was almost 2, so we were in the zone
2:30.
of being
So
sold out of
they
the
were
good
still
stuff.
selling some nice little pastries,
some
but all their
cupcakes and-
bread, like all the stuff you
I
like.
know,
stuff
and they
was
had a lot of different
gone.
breads that they
Of course, they're still
sold.
serving nice coffees.
Yeah.
But the stuff you want, like all the stuff fresh in the morning, was gone.
It was gone.
So
but
it
we
looked cute,
we did find a place that, and it's the perfect name. It's called the Polish Princess.
Well, this is what we requested for. So this wasn't an accidental drive-by. This was an out of our way, but we
the
went to it.
Polish Princess. We decided we would find this.
Yes.
and we went and found it. It was so good. Of course, I love the name because my dad's half the family's Polish, so I can claim
You have some nice
Polish
heritage. Know a lot of
So
Polish baked goods.
I thought this is appropriate for me. I need to stop at a place called the Polish Princess.
I think you do.
And they had a donut. Okay, I can't pronounce this.
Try. We'll put it-
Drodzwka. Drodzowka.
Drodzowka.
Drodzwka. She said
Drodzwka.
it and she laughed and she said that's close.
Drodzowka.
So anyway, we had that.
Yeah. It was like a really fancy jelly donut.
So a regular jelly donut has a very sweet jelly filling, and then it has a typical just raised dough around the outside that's fried, and then there's normally like granulated sugar on the outside.
It's cooler than that.
This one, the pastry first of all was like a sweet pastry. It was
more
almost
like
like what you'd find out of Danish.
Yeah, it was kind of Danish-ish, but then it was filled like a jelly donut.
And it had 3 or 4 different, it was like blueberry, blackberry,
And
something.
it was a nice tart filling with a super sweet. Oh, man.
And I took one bite of it because it was, this is how you know jelly donut's properly filled.
Yeah.
First of all, every bite has to have jelly access. You can't take a giant bite and still only have pastry. You need to get
And
some
it
jelly.
did. Yeah.
I took a giant bite. It had a lot of jelly.
It started
And
squirting.
It literally, now I can't let go of the donut because the jelly has oozed out onto my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
It's on my face. I'm standing there. I'm like, well, okay,
Now you're in.
Yeah, now I'm in because I'm covered with this donut. There's no eating part of this. I'm committed. It was such a good donut.
It was a very tasty. I don't know if technically it's a donut or not.
It was
pastry.
it was
Whatever
like
it was, it baked good.
It
was
looked
delicious.
like a donut, but it wasn't perfectly round. It had more like a turnover.
If I were
it had
glancing
like
at it, I would say it was a Danish.
yeah, but it
But it
didn't
was
have
too
just
poofy.
jelly in the middle
I know,
on the
it was
top.
weird.
It was
It was-
jelly
it's
in
its
the
own
middle,
little animal.
like a turnover Danish.
Okay.
Turnover
I'll go
donut.
Okay,
kind of
turnover.
turnover
Or turnip.
slash donut slash Danish. There's enough letters and Z's in that name that it could be multiple
it was good.
things.
Whatever it was.
It was really good. And they also had, this one I've heard pronounced punchki, but I don't know if that's right. It's PACZKI. That is truly a donut.
Yes.
That is like legit. We did not get one of those, but it legit is just a donut with a cream, with always some kind of like jelly filling. And there's a lot of times there's cream on the outside. So that's another. So very many Polish pastries in there that looked amazing. And then we got some bread. I love the bread. This one had all the bread.
Oh yeah. We got there right at 9:30.
Yes.
And they had a whole wall of the different breads they bake every day, including dailies. And then it said right on the sign, all breads available starting at 9 a.m., meaning they start early, but obviously it took them a while to get it going. So if you're getting there at 9:30, good selection.
Yeah.
So this is what we mean by we sought this one out. Like we planned this one to be there at prime bread time.
So we got, and I thought I'm just going to get a loaf of bread. I got 2 loaves of bread. I don't think I'm going to eat 2 loaves of fresh bread.
More.
Well, because the cool thing with fresh bread is that it's fresh and it's delicious and it's locally baked. But the bad thing is it generally doesn't have all the preservatives and stuff. And I'm not like going on a health food kick, but it doesn't have preservatives. So your bread is not going to taste like fresh bread in 3 days.
Your bread won't last long. Exactly.
Right. So I end up like trying to cut some and put it in the freezer or do whatever.
Oh, man.
So we got a sourdough, a classic sourdough bread, which is so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
I think I might want a grilled cheese with that for lunch.
Okay.
Grilled cheese, sourdough.
Grilled cheese, sourdough.
That sounds.
Can't argue with
we
that.
have this leftover truffle cheese from our trip to Europe.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right.
And then we got this really hearty bread that I think I'm the only one that actually likes. It actually feels so dense. I feel like these loaves of really dark bread that they have in Europe, you get them a lot in Germany. You could kill a man with these, especially just thwap. It is dense. If you put it on the counter, they just drop the dishes on your counter will shake.
Right.
It's really thick, has really hearty grains, and they cut them in slices that are so thin. You almost like they're barely, and you think that can't be good. And then you realize they're these very hearty,
they're so
very
dense. Yeah. A thin slice a lot.
So good. So we got these 2 things of bread that we took back, and they even had
This is how you know they're Polish.
pierogi.
Yeah.
Which we haven't tried yet. They were we have them in the freezer. We have to break those out tonight.
I think so.
It's like a little, it's just like a little pack of.
That was going to be a lunch snack, but now you've moved on to grilled cheese.
I know. I've moved on to I don't know. Can you do grilled cheese and pierogi? I mean, you do grilled cheese and French fries. Why couldn't I do grilled cheese and pierogi?
Who makes the rules?
I feel like I make the rules.
Then you can have whatever you want.
And I want both of those things. Okay. So we had quite the adventure where we got to try some really great Italian food up there. And I was so excited about this bakery. The only problem is it's really far away.
It is really far away, but now I think
it's
all that means
well over 2 hours away from home.
But all that means now is we just have to go to these fun little weekend adventures at different hotels in the White Mountains near the Polish Princess Bakery.
Yes. And I have a little sticker on the fridge. I bought a sticker. You know, some places sell stickers. Yeah. I bought a sticker because I felt like Polish princess and I'm Polish. So there we go.
We have our staple. We've been going to the White Mountains so long. We have our staple locations. And I don't know how we never found this one. Oh, this one's pretty far north.
We don't really go quite this area.
North of where we normally go.
Yeah.
But this is now on the list. We have to go up.
It is on the list. So I feel like I could make a road trip up there and just not have any bread in the house. We're like, we're going to buy half a dozen loaves of bread. We're going to put a bunch in the freezer.
You just gotta
we're going to have
go up
Polish
there, little
princess
freezer,
bread
throw in
for
a bunch
weeks.
of pierogies that are frozen for next time. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That happens.
Yeah. Pierogies,
they
some
have
bread.
Soups, too, that I want to try that I don't really do at lunchtime.
Soups.
Oh, man.
Yeah. See, good. I'm ready. Let's go back now.
Thanks for listening to The Road Reflected. To follow more of Nicole Wakeland's adventures, head on over to NicoleWakeland.com. There you'll find links to her social media from TikTok to Twitter, as well as her work across a wide range of media outlets. Until next time, keep it shiny side up.